I love doing this. This is what I think God has made me to do.
God takes somebodies and turns them into princes and princesses, kings and queens.
It's a gift, it's a privilege to be in this place, and my spirit is so full of purpose and joy and really excitement at seeing lives changed.
To be a trusted place for a hurting heart, there's no greater honor in the world.
I am Jason Musso, and I am the director of Joy House. My wife Mandy and I and our 2 children came to Joy House 4.5 years ago. And what brought me there was kind of a series of events. I was getting near the end of my time with school at Denver Seminary and had to make the decision of what I was going to do next. I wanted to do something fun and urban and different and not 9 to 5-ish. And Joy House fit all of that criteria. That's the one thing about this ministry, is that living with the very people that you're serving, you start to lose the idea very quickly that you're more important than them. We're all equally important. And I think that that's the kingdom revealing itself on earth.
I am Jennifer Sheedy, and I'm house director of Providence House. Without a doubt, what sets us apart as a ministry is the living component, is the idea of family, the idea that I am not staff fixing or helping a resident. I'm living my life alongside of theirs, and they're living their life alongside of mine.
I am Walter J.W. Carman, and I'm the care coordinator at Providence House. As one of the care coordinators, I meet with a couple of residents, or a few of the residents that I've been assigned, and we go over just sort of generally their care plan. I call it coming alongside. You come alongside people, and actually we're engaged. You're engaged with people in their everyday lives. You're engaged with them in their struggles. We are there when things are actually happening in their lives, and so you're able to be supportive in the moment. It's not like they leave your counselor and they leave and come to you. You're there with them every day. We're there with them every day. And that's different. That's unusual. I'm like, man, how come this is not happening? I was talking to Andy the other day. Why is this happening in more places? Why aren't people getting that this is really what it's about? It's about community.
I am Andy Cannon, co-founder and homes director of Providence Network. As the years went on, that became the vision for our home, to have live-in staff that would become role models for the residents, that would not just help them with structure, with program things, with all the things that they needed, but actually bond with them as mentors, as role models, and as friends.
When a woman comes to Joy House, she is typically jobless, homeless, has very little connection to social services and agencies that can help her. And because of the nature of Joy House, the women always are coming out of domestic violence. And so when they move in, they are scared, they're nervous, they have no idea what to expect. And on day 1, when they move in, they literally are greeted at the door by every single person that lives at Joy House. And so from day 1, we want to set the tone that this is a place where you are safe to eat and to laugh, to love, and to enjoy life. It feels to them like it's not real. This can't possibly be real. And then they see it week in and week out and week in and week out. And they start to get comfortable in the fact that life might be changing. At some point along the way, I will have my shirt tugged on, or my pockets tugged on, and I'll look down expecting to see a child that I've known for a year and a half. And it's that new child that just moved in with mom, looking at me and laughing and wanting to play.
Kids communicate through play. That's how they tell you, this is what's going on in my life, this is what's going on in my heart, these are things I'm dealing with. Dreaming up how to create a space for our children to heal. We really went alongside the vision that Providence Network has of healing happens within community and within safe relationships. It is amazing to me just the changes we've seen in some of our kids and the transformation we've seen happen. It gives you hope.
After 2 years of living next door to the people that we're serving, there comes a point where we have to say goodbye. And the fact of the matter is that we don't want to say goodbye. We want them to stay. We want them to be part of our lives forever. They've become such a powerful influence in the community that it's just so hard to say goodbye. And fortunately, we don't have to say goodbye to them because they get to move into Next Step housing.
Ben and I are the directors of Classen House, which is one of the Next Step housing facilities. It's the newest one.
We're tasked with encouraging them, helping them to meet their own goals, to continue to provide encouragement where it is that the First Step housing has already started them on this road in their life, and dig into relationship with them to really find out what it is that God's already doing, and then be a part of just encouraging the thing that's already happening in their life.
It's really, in Next Step, it's a place for them to thrive. They go on to school and they work and they raise their kids and they take care of each other in the community. So it's just amazing to see what our First Step programs do and how when they graduate from that, they're so ready for independent living, but with some support around them.
They've left our facility and now they've gone to the Next Step. But they're not alone in that. They're not isolated in that. You know, someone's there who knows their name, you know, who knows they're here. I love that.
I'm Derek Kirkendall, Executive Director of Providence Network. Providence Network is a transformational housing ministry. We've been around for over 24 years. We own and operate 4 properties in the city of Denver and serve about 150 people per year. I think what sets Providence Network apart is that we've developed a very relational model based around 3 principles. We call them the 3 C's: Christ, community, and continuum of care. Christ is the center of how we operate. We believe that true transformation occurs on a spiritual level, and we believe that people change on the outside when their inside is changed. Community. We believe that community in itself is an intervention, that by our staff choosing to live in the homes with the residents, there's a very one-on-one mentoring, 24/7 relational type approach where people who may have never known unconditional love or true accountability in their life are experiencing it for the first time. Continuum of care. We see this as a lifelong journey. When somebody has been living for decades as a survivor on the streets or embroiled in addictions or facing domestic violence, that you don't just fix that problem overnight. We really see ourselves as being invested in individual and families' lives for the long haul, and that's why we've developed 2 levels, First Step and Next Step. Our First Step housing is really that first 2 years off the street where it's kind of get back on your feet, so building that stability and building that base, and it includes case management, counseling, life skills classes, job training, 12-step groups. And the idea is to set that base to springboard from. And after graduating from First Step housing, our residents can then move into our Next Step housing, which are apartment complexes of graduates of the program. And the idea is that it is affordable, sober living, no drugs or alcohol, and then supportive services attached to the apartments so that families and individuals can really lean on each other to meet their goals of sobriety and keeping their job and really sharing life together, which was the value that they were able to learn and take on while they were living in our First Step program. I, on a daily basis, get to see and associate with some very brave residents who have decided to make some big changes in their lives. And at the same time also be around and associate with staff who are very selfless. These are people that have chosen to really become urban missionaries, to give up much of their life and live their life for other people in community.
I would say that my greatest joy at Joy House has been the ability to serve alongside my wife Mandy, my son Christian, and my daughter Josephine, and being able to show them what real love is all about.
There's a joy in being a part of this, a joy of being involved in someone's life. You know, it's a joy of being a part of a big picture of people who really say, yes, I am my brother's keeper.
Seeing lives and hearts transformed, it's like the tangible presence of God in this place. And it's not always easy, but it's glorious.
I am somebody.
Be somebody.
Be somebody.
Be somebody.
Would you please be somebody?